नमस्कार, मैं मनोज त्रिवेदी मेरी उन्नति कोचिंग नाम की यूट्यूब चैनल पर आपका स्वागत करता हूँ। इस वीडियो में आपको पता चलेगा कि ज़्यादातर इंग्लिश बोलने के लिए कौन से तरीके हैं। विच आर द मेथड्स एंड वेज थ्रू विच पीपल कैन स्पीक इंग्लिश। वाई डोंट पीपल who can understand English very well speak in English fluently? Why don't some people speak in English fluently, correctly? And why don't some people understand English little even? क्यों ज़्यादातर लोग समझ सकते बोल नहीं सकते, जो लोग कुछ भी समझ नहीं पाते। तो उसके लिए in every video I told you, remember vocabs. Vocab means vocabulary. If you have vocabulary, definitely you can climb the mountain. Climbing the tallest any kind of mountain will be very easy. But for that, your determination, tenacity, stubbornness, your hardship, your struggle necessary. For climbing any type of mountain or hill, first of all, it is an essential to measure the steps. That means, how can you climb up the mountain? We know that we must have little courage and determination. Strong determination, strong decision. Tenacity means stubbornness, vigor, and power of understanding is equal to great success. One day you will be conqueror. Obviously, without hesitation, making communication in English very easy. Understand the vocabs. As I told you, vocab means vocabulary. Vocabs means vocabularies. People who have plenty of vocabularies, they are used to making conversation or communication very easily. Nowadays, everybody should understand the vocabs and meanings. So after 1 week, I have prepared this video only for you. And fortunately, happily, if you are here on my YouTube channel first time, subscribe the channel. I hope you guys will be enjoying to watch my videos. It will be enjoyable. Watching videos will be enjoyable for you to remember everything as I described, narrated, told in every video. First of all, try to know the meanings of word and be positive. Every time my suggestion is that to be positive. Here I want you to be affirmative or positive and be optimistic. What did I say? Be optimistic, be hopeful, and just lose the despair. Don't lose the courage. Do not discourage. Do not ever lose the hope of great success, an aspiration or expectation of great achievement. Obviously, you shall be successful. No one prevents you from being conqueror, successful, and the greatest, most renowned, and prestigious celebrity or personality. So, I am considering to say that how can you develop your personality? And do you want other people to appreciate, admire your personality? Do you want to get admiration or praise for your own greater satisfaction, pleasure, happiness, never feeling resentment? So here I want to get new kinds of success. So if you are feeling disappointment to say anything, don't be depressed, and you are requested not to be disappointed. in the initial stage or in the process of continuance or continuation. Day by day doing practice with the people who understand your values, your feelings, sentiments, views, ideas, opinions, way of talking, and deportment. What is deportment? Deportment means way of behaving, your method of behavior, your conducts, and your way of expressing. That is all your deportment. So, in short, for making any kind of long lasting, elaborate conversation, day by day, be practical by doing practice with the people who are educated and who try to speak English. Never discourage yourself, and just remember that for learning any kind of the greatest and most excellent thing, pain has to be borne. That means you have to bear pain, you have to bear affliction, misery for being successful. So, what kind of pains do you have to bear? That means you have to suffer the sadness, misery means sadness or any kind of pains. In English, there is a proverb or saying. There is a proverb of saying, no pains, no gains. That means if you do not tolerate any kind of misery or sadness, you will not gain anything. You will not be gainly. If you don't bear or tolerate any kind of sadness or pain, you won't be successful at any cost, under any circumstances. So, here Manojsir wants you to be speakable like Manojsir. So, if you are watching this video, subscribe my channel, and you will wait for the next video in coming time. Once again, if you are observer, if you are audience, firstly on my YouTube channel, and my first video is being watched by you, luckily, just subscribe my channel, tap the bell icon so that you will be waiting for the new video. In every video, as I told you, how can you become clever, intellectual, talented, bright, brilliant in English language? How should you become? How should you become the most talented, most genius, intellectual, the cleverest and the wisest one in English language? Here I want to give you wisdom. What is wisdom? Here Manojsir wants to give you wisdom. Wisdom means cleverness. Wisdom means cleverness, brightness, brilliance. Remember, wisdom means, wisdom is word that is made of wise. Wisdom means cleverness, smartness, brilliance, brightness. So, your brilliance, your cleverness, your wisdom will help you. So, while starting communication yourself, first of all, be confident, and if you have little confidence, just get your confidence boosted more and more, because indecisiveness is a lack of speaking English. You cannot speak English because of indecisiveness. Indecisiveness means you can't take decision in a proper condition. Remember that. Once again I am speaking repeatedly. Once again I am speaking this word Listen to my speech very carefully with alertness, precaution, consciousness, and fully attention. Beyond any kind of doubt, you will be successful and success will come to you. And one day, your day of come. Definitely, one day, a day will be coming to speak English. Everybody makes mistake. First of all, have patience and your little confidence will assist you. If you want get an assistance, just boost up your confidence, increase your confidence. Because if you raise your confidence, definitely, confidentially, personally, and individually, you will be communicating with me or with other people. So, as we know that in your surrounding, in any type of atmosphere, all around, we see people who make mistakes. Here I want to discuss with you about making mistake. Making mistake is natural. Dear guys, remember that making mistake is natural. Everyone makes mistakes. We know that people who make mistake, some pay attention towards their mistakes and errors. Some ignore their mistakes, and few people who rectify their mistakes. Any kind of man, woman, child who realizes his own mistake tries to rectify or improves the mistake. So, I want to say, my meaning is obvious here. Even for speaking English, you will make mistakes. Making mistake is natural, spontaneous. Of course, even we will make mistakes. But if we do not show preparation or commitment to accept our mistakes, that will be the greatest mistake. Remember my sentences, what I have said, and in every next video, what will I be saying? First of all, when we don't show or display, we don't showcase any kind of preparation or commitment to accept our mistakes or error, that will be the blunder. That will be the blunder. Blunder means serious mistake. So, sometimes we have to bear the most horrifying consequences of our deeds. Sometimes we tolerate the most terrible consequences of our deeds. And this is a rule of nature. This is a rule of nature, this is a principle of nature, this is a law of nature. So, even you know that in previous video, I explained natural disaster, natural calamities. Natural disaster means natural calamities or natural hazards. So, in that video, I explained you the importance of nature mother. The importance or significance of nature mother was narrated very clearly, carefully, and very attentively by me. In that video, I had explained the significance, vitality, and necessity of nature mother in the lives of people. In our lives, what factor was the most responsible? Given by nature mother. So same plight, same plight I want to discuss with you in this video. Same plight, that means same condition. Plight means condition. Here I vouch for your surety. I vouch for your surety. I vouch for, that means I assure or I ensure about your surety. I vouch for means I ensure about your surety or assurance. Surety or assurance to get fluency in English language. How do you speak English? So as I told you, rectifying mistakes is necessary. When we see our mistake or different kind of drawbacks or defects in our task, at the time we must show preparation to rectify it. If you improve our mistakes, if you improve, so if you show preparation to improve mistake, if we try to improve or rectify our mistakes, errors, definitely we are next to success. We are next to success, we are next to achievement. Even the people who live in foreign country, we know that. We say generally foreigners speak English. But here we have to change this sentence. We have to alter this sentence. So, foreigners speak their own language. Whether it is English, whether it is Japanese, whether it is German, whether it is Russian. People of Russia speak Russian English. So, every country has own language. And according to dialect, they are speaking their language. So here I have altered this sentence. I have changed the definition of spoken English. Foreigners speak their own language. Maybe English is their own language. English can be their mother tongue. And every country, as I told you, Chinese speak Chinese English. That means people of China speak Chinese language. People of Russia who speak Russian language. So as we Indian, we speak our own language. We speak Hindi national mother tongue. So in short, here the significance of English language has to be understood by everybody. So, anyone who is enthusiastic, hardworking or painstaking, very excited or keen and curious, and who are appreciative for speaking English, they must follow my rules and regulations. Anyone who is educated or little educated, who is uneducated, and who is searching for special videos of speaking English, obviously they will look for such videos that will be instrumental for them. So twice or thrice I must tell you, you are executing the rules given by me. Unless you execute my rule, you won't be successful. If you do not execute, unless you execute, that means if you don't execute, if you don't carry out my way, you will have little failure. There will be no possibility to be successful without vocabularies. Unless you prepare vocabs, that means if you don't prepare vocabularies, if you don't prepare vocabs or vocabularies, you will not achieve as you want in English language. So dear guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This video is lengthy, little longer, but I hope you guys enjoy this video from starting to ending. From beginning to ending, I hope you will watch this video. So I want to continue that topic. Remember that making mistake is natural. Everybody makes mistake, we all make mistake, and we have to accept some mistakes. It's okay to make mistake, but after making mistakes, realization is important. Realizing on mistakes is the most necessary factor for happiness or joy of life. So have a habit of improving mistakes, and remember Manojsir's advice. Don't ignore habit of reading and try to understand the value of English. Be positive or affirmative, be positive or affirmative, and be optimistic. Be optimistic, that means be hopeful. And don't be pessimistic. Don't be pessimistic, that means don't be hopeless. Don't be pessimistic means don't be hopeless or don't be negative thinker. And become optimistic. Become optimistic or be optimistic, that means be positive thinker. Be positive thinker, that means have a hope, have a ray of hope, and be hopeful. Making mistake does not make a person worthless. Remember this second point. Making mistakes does not make a person worthless or valueless. Why? Because when we knowingly or unknowingly make mistake, then we understand something is hidden valuably in that thing. Because for learning better, definitely mistakes happen. Mistakes are done by everybody, and day by day mistakes are happening. Mistakes took place in the past. Many mistakes or few mistakes, knowingly or unknowingly, mistakes happen. So as I told you, knowingly or unknowingly, with purpose or without purpose. As we know, we make mistakes knowingly, sometimes without knowledge. Without knowledge of anything, we are doing mistakes, that means unknowingly mistakes. Knowingly mistake means we know in advance properly. We know advance properly, and though we make mistake, that is knowingly mistake. Unknowingly, that means we don't know. We don't have knowledge about that thing or activity, and we make mistakes. So purposefully, knowingly, that means purposefully, unknowingly, that means purposelessly. So it's okay to make mistakes, but here main point is we should try to remember our mistakes. We should try to remember our mistakes. There are also other factors or reasons. Reasons or causes which can be responsible for speaking English, obviously. So dear guys, first of all, You should cultivate a habit. We should cultivate a habit of speaking English. We should cultivate a habit. Remember, once again I am saying, we should cultivate a habit of power of understanding our mistakes. The mistake that have happened, we should maintain. We should maintain in our minds for our realizing. And once realizing our mistakes, we should showcase preparation of rectifying them. Definitely, next time you will not be mistakable at all, and you will be not perfectly. You will not be, remember one thing, you will not be mistakable or irresponsible at any cost. So, as I told you, second point and third point, how can we enjoy joy of reading? How can we enjoy pleasure of reading? How can we enjoy pleasure of reading? That means happiness of reading, pleasure of reading. The meaning of pleasure of reading is happiness of reading, joy of reading. So, as an English teacher, myself Manojsir, who has brought newer things for rectification. And here I want to proclaim, I want to declare about the way of my speaking. So, reading is very necessary. Reading can be part of our life. Reading any kind of book. But here I suggest you to read English book. You know that. Why? Because Manojsir is an English teacher, and I believe in preparing vocabs, in vocabularies and speech. I want my students to obtain fluency and communication skill in English language. As you know that Manojsir wants you to get fluency in English language. Manojsir wants you to be communicative in English language. Manojsir wants you speak English language. Every time Manojsir wishes you to be speakable in English language. And after all, you know that the intention of Manojsir is to make you communicative in English language. So, in many videos you have observed, if you have watched many videos, luckily or unluckily, knowingly or unknowingly, if you have watched any kind of video, mostly in short video or in other long video, so you observe the way of my speaking, and mostly in some videos I was talking fluently in English language. I was making communication in English language. So here perfectly the advice of Manojsir helps you. Manojsir expects you speak English language without making any mistakes. So dear guys, it's time to say goodbye. So don't be concerned, don't feel anxiety. Just keep confidence to stay away from anxiety, feverish condition and any instability of mind, and be stable, and obviously you will steadfastly be speaking in English language. So obey the way of my speaking. And here I have discussed with you about different kind of mistakes that are happening. Mistakes are being done by us knowingly or unknowingly, and we must show our preparedness or preparation to improve them. So once again, you will wait for next video, and I hope you guys to watch this video from beginning to ending.